we will start recording live on the Mever first. I'm just going to make sure that, yes, we all getting the counter on that. Record and play. Welcome again to another episode of Yatta Debates, and we have our new guest here.
Yes.
This is actually one of Shelly's.
Yes. She's actually a really good person. I'll let her introduce herself, tell you guys what she's about. So, Janan, the floor is yours.
Hi, so my name's Janan, and I hold a women organization, which is called I Am Her, as well as a non-medical home care agency. It's called Mason Care Agency.
Now, Janan, are you from this area? Are you from Trenton?
So it's tricky.
It's tricky. Define tricky. It's like
so I'm from Willingboro, New Jersey.
Okay.
But my entire family is really based in Trenton. So
isn't Willingboro just like suburb Trenton?
Now it is. But when I was there, it wasn't as bad as it is now. With the housing and everything, they're accepting so many vouchers and everything that it's just anybody coming in and out. But before, I can actually say, it was a great place. Our parents actually moved us there to not be around the hood. Well,
so, what's your experience like in Willingboro? Because I don't know if you want to know one of my good friends and the cameraman, Mara Boomman. He did the, where y'all niggas at?
For the Willingboro thing, when they say Killingboro.
So, but for somebody who's actually lived there and grew up there, what is the experience like in Willingboro? I'm curious.
So I lived there since 6th grade. I came from Yardley actually in Pennsylvania, but I lived there since 6th grade, and any real drama that we had was really all hands, all fighting. It wasn't all the killing and the robbing and everything, but it was definitely, like I said, a great place to live. We had our different, moments and dislikes, but all the craziness now, never. We never had that. Our houses was better. Our grass was actually green. It was actually a nice place to live. Now, nah.
Yeah.
Even a school district is horrible.
I mean, I think they said one of the biggest issues that it faces is that you have so many people coming from these different urban areas like Camden, Philly, and then Trenton, and then they all come together and it's an issue,
exactly.
some kind of unsung issue, and everybody's trying to still prove that they hood and tough, even though they in a new area, and it's just kind of stepping away from that behavior, because they initially more than likely their parents moved them out there because they was just all right, yeah, we want you guys to have a better life, and not really see the struggles that we had to face. And it's just, I don't know, it's one of those things. I hope it turns around, so
hopefully, but right now, like I said, it's getting bad.
Okay. she was like, I understand what you're saying, but she was right now it's chaotic.
Yeah, you guys are hearing news as though it's from Trenton. The killings and the robbings and the jumping.
More so recently too, a lot of them,
yeah. Even a lot of suicide is going on.
Well, what's the cause of that? Specific. I don't want to say specifically in that area, but like I said again with the recent reportings, or any of these people that you know personally, or
some people I know personally, but like I said, now it's the younger crowd. The older crowd, which is I'm not too old. I'm only 26. But my day and age, a majority of us grew up. So right now it's the younger age, and it all has to do with the parents, because the parents are allowing the kids to be out during times. They smoking, they drinking, all because of really financial reasons, because now parents got to work 16 hours 24 hours a day just to stay up with the cost of living. So it's understandable, but then at the end of the day, it's your kid, you gotta take action in it. So that's really the reasons, and not just that, but like you said, it's people from Philly, from Camden, from Trenton that's moving to Willingboro. So they're trying to be somebody that they're originally not, or they're bringing their old habits to somewhere where it doesn't belong.
And like you said, again, because it's the younger crowd, it's just I don't know if their mind is in a place where they're really thinking about development, or they're not really thinking about how to push things forward. Again, with you and your organization, it's just you seen that, and you was just no, I want something better. I want to make this organization to highlight women and boss up and really do things that are progressive. So again, I wasn't really able to attend the event, but if you could enlighten me as to again, how you came about doing that and what the event like actually means and stands for.
So the event, first, let's start off. The event was awesome.
It was.
And they both are here to vouch for that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Incredible. But so, like I said, it's a women organization. It's an empowerment organization. It's really based for women. My ultimate goal is to target, young adults and young children that are really the worst, people would say, the ones that don't have the real home training, the ones that do curse, and the ones that probably are doing drugs and probably out here having sex at a young age. That's the target for me within my organization. But just briefly to break down how the event was, my goal was to bring together different women with businesses, not even just businesses, but just women that want to be around a different vibe and empowerment. So we had some great speakers that came out, actually from, I want to say we had one that was from local Trenton, New Jersey, as well as Hamilton. And then I had one from Burlington County area. They all were awesome. Even people spoke that wasn't even supposed to really speak, but they just joined in an activity that I had, which was called Mask Off. So the activity Mask Off is something that I will bring live into the schools actually soon. And it's basically a mask that we all wear. I'm sure men wear it as well. So our organization is women, about women, but if I can be a helping hand to men as well, I will. A lot of men do reach out to me, but I'm just not there yet. Okay. You know what I mean? But back to the program, back to the activity, it was called Mask Off. So I actually had papers, a picture of a mask, and all the ladies will write down things that they carry. Like if it was depression, if it was suicidal thoughts, if it was, just being, sad and lonely and financial, anything that it could have been, they wrote it down. And if they were comfortable enough to share. And I had about 3 ladies that did come up and they did share, the things that they experienced and the things that they were going through. And it was just one girl, she was like super touching. And she'd been through things that you would have never thought that she would have been through. So that was like the whole purpose. That's why it's called Mask Off, for you to reveal the mask. Not even if you reveal it, publicly, but just to know within yourself the things that you carry daily and how to, remove those things. And
it's important to have like those kind of things, like you said, even if people don't come up front and say these things, but it starts putting like those ideas in their head where like they might need to self-reflect, and like just that form of expression to like really get that feeling off your chest is very important, because that is one of the things that like causes people to act out, is like so many repressed emotions and things like that. It's because they feel like they're acting on their emotions, and they're not really like just talking about them and really expressing them, and not even just being expressing them, but having like a person to like really listen to them. Because it's like one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to have like a listening ear that's really there to like understand. You know what I mean? And that's why I say I think it's really important, and I commend you for that. Like that is very important.
It is. It's like the littlest things. You know what I mean? Like even like boy things, like guy things, when we go through things, and how a lot of our friends be like, oh girl, get over it. It's gonna be okay. But honestly, you would never really know like how they really feeling. You know what I mean? So I just feel as though now with like so much suicidal and mental illness going on, I just feel as though the littlest thing that you really have to just take heed to, and just, keep saying over and over that you're there, you're a listening ear, even if some things are dragging, because I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I get conversations that are dragging, but I just listen, just because I never really know what's going on, because you can really wake up to the person not even being there.
Got you. Yeah. And Shelly has actually like spoke to me about this like regarding the show, and this was like regarding about mental health issues in the Black community, and like why, like how we don't solve them always like as effectively as like other races. And I think it really might be due to like a pride thing, like again, like she said, like stemming from like certain families. It's just like sometimes we feel like we're too good for like therapy, or if it's not something that's effective for us. And it's one of those things that like we have to like kind of step away from, because we even hear like a lot of celebrities. I remember I was watching like the Joe Budden podcast, and he was just talking to Big Sean about having like therapists at the record labels, because they deal with so much. And like it's if somebody of that magnitude needs it, like everybody needs it. Like everybody needs some kind of form of therapy where they just like really sitting down and talking to someone. So
and you know what it is? to be honest, they're embarrassed.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I'm speaking off experience, you know, just going through things as younger. You know, you're embarrassed. I'm saying like me, of things that I've been through, and I'm sure others are. Like, you're embarrassed to tell somebody like you're stressed out over a guy, or you don't have any money. You know what I mean? Or I don't have a job, or I'm homeless and I'm sleeping on somebody's couch. Like, that's embarrassing to you. But what I try to tell everybody, like, everybody goes through things. You know what I mean? So it's all up to you if how you going to change things. Are you going to keep going through the things and keep complaining, or are you going to change it and realize that it's okay to be there? It's just not okay to stay there.
Yeah, because you have to be real with yourself, like, as a person.
First
If you're not real with yourself, then nothing else around you is going to be real
the first
around
step.
you. Like, you have to keep it real with yourself, because that's the number one thing in, like, having good mental health, is being honest with yourself, having those honest conversations with yourself. You could go through a whole bunch of stuff, but there's people who go through stuff and you would never know, because they're real with themselves. They know what they're gonna do, and they don't let that alter their mood in any way, shape, or form. They're like, all right, I'm going through this, but I'm gonna get through this. Like, if you just go through it and they're like, oh my God, why does all this bad stuff keep happening to me? It's gonna be more bad stuff happening. So you just have to be honest with yourself and not be ashamed. Pride is like the killer of everything. Like, you have to just be real, swallow your pride. Everybody goes through stuff, but you have to get through it. Like, that's just life.
And I would say for me, like, personally, like, at one point, like, I was like really considering therapy, but then like I kind of like realized that I have like a collective of friends that like I can really like talk to about those, and like really confide in, like, on those like kind of levels. And that's like really important. Like, when you get in those moments, like, it's really important. And I think like that's another.
But that's when you have an effective support system.
Yeah.
Therapy is more like an outlet for people who don't have that support system, because you get an unbiased opinion. You get to talk about your problems freely for whatever the session time is. It could be for 45 minutes, 90 minutes, however much you like. And that's something that you walk away from. You don't have to worry about anybody repeating it back. And like, there's so many like non-disclosures that you just are good. You're HIPAA, like, you're protected. Like, whatever you say in there, nobody can share it. You're not going to hear it back in the street like, oh my God, you know that girl? She's over there killing herself over that guy. Like, you don't hear none of it back. Like, I'm okay to say I go to therapy once a week. Like, that's just for me, like, for me personally.
Right.
Like, I go because I know that I'm not going to have all the answers. Sometimes I don't want to burden people with my stress. So I'm going to go to therapy, unleash what I got to unleash, and then I'm good to the world. Like, I exude nothing but positive energy. Even when I'm going through stuff, once I talk to my therapist, I get through it. It is what it is now. Like, because I got it off my chest. I don't have to worry about building up, hiding anything. Where, like, I'm okay. Like, I wear that proudly. Like, I do go to therapy. And I recommend anybody who's going through any type of trauma, PTSD, anything, go to therapy. It's the best thing you can do for yourself, because we don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. I don't know how to cope with a lot of stuff. I grieve more than I should be smiling, but I smile. Like, you know, I go to therapy and get it out the way. Like, mental health is very important. It's essential. I'm a mother. I have to be mentally sane, sound, here for my kids. Like, I can't do that.
I never even thought about how important it was until like so many incidents. You know, like, I was really that person who was just like, oh, you'll get over it, I'll get over it, keep pushing, keep going, you know. But until like I started having kids and, you know, start doing other things and just growing, I'm just like, whew.
But it's a stigma in our community for us as Black women to be strong. Like, we don't get told, come here, come cry, come talk to me. Everybody tells us, like, get over it, girl. Don't sit over there and cry. Don't let nobody see you cry. Crying or any type of display of, like, any type of, like, sadness or emotion like that, you're weak. No, you got to keep pushing. You got to go, because at the end of the day, you're this backbone. Like, you got to go. You can't, there's no time for weakness. If you're a Black woman, that's not something that you have time for. Like, you cannot do that. And we can't
for men as well.
Strong. Yeah, and we have to put on this, like, these fake muscles to be like people. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm a mess some days. I can't do it. Like, but I do it. It gets done.
Right. Keep pushing.
Nah, I think that's why I had to stop smoking. I be getting paranoid. Like, I get paranoid and shit. Like I'll start off good. I'm like, right, but if I'm not doing anything and I'm active, like, I'll get in my head and I'm just like, I'll start like going back, just like, damn. I'm like, did I fuck something up there? I'm like, was that my fault? And I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, let me not touch this. I don't know if I told you, but I went to a show at the Weed Man spot and I got that edible. It was a brownie. Oh, and my dumb ass ate like half of it, cause I don't really do that shit like no more. So I ate half of it. It was just like, no, I'm gonna be good. high for like the whole day.
I can't.
I'm like,
I can't smoke. I can't drink.
Yeah. You don't drink either? Not even socially? No? I mean, I still drink socially, but
like I might if I go on vacation, but I probably won't drink it. Like I'll literally just be holding it, just looking cute. Like I can't.
You like let me get a water on the side though.
I guess it's that I can't take the feeling of like not feeling myself or you know, feeling high, like, or feeling like somebody can take control of me. Yeah. You know, like I always gotta have control. And
for me, being like high is like I'm unproductive, and I don't like being like so unfocused. Like I'm like I attest to it. Like
subjective, Yatta.
But I know I'm a lazy smoker. Like I know like once I get high, like I'm not going to do shit. Like don't ask me to do nothing. Don't ask me to go nowhere. Don't ask me to watch no food or nothing, because I'm just like. I'm just trying to chill, like, but I kind of want to like backtrack a little bit, like to the mental health issues. Like, how much do you think that like social media plays a part on that? Because it's just like we do see like, and we talked about this like in another episode. That's just like we see so many people like venting online, and we don't really think that that's like the ideal place to do it.
With that video,
you know,
with the guy who got stabbed in his head.
So you know, it's a time and a place for everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? I actually think that he probably was under some type of narcotics or something for him to actually go live. But to be honest, you don't know what type of rage he was going through, what was going through his mind, and when he done it.
Wait, hold on, like back to, because I don't know what y'all talking about. Like,
so yesterday, some guy went live and he had blood. There was blood everywhere. Blood there. There was some girl on the floor, bloody, and he had like this big gash on his forehead. And he's like, "She just stabbed me in my forehead," and showed us like this big hunting knife. And started naming people from out the section. Apparently, this is like an ongoing thing.
So, like I said, you know, I'm not from Trenton, but I know a few people out there from just work and as well as just mutual friends. But, you know, we don't want to get too deep into it. We want to make it real brief because we don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. Yeah. But, like I said, it's a time and place for everything. So that actual video was not the place, but who knows why he brought it to that, you know what I mean, to that, to the media. But I think that how everybody took it was completely immature, you know, because you got to understand that girl that was on that floor that could hardly probably move, who knows how she felt, you know what I mean, knowing that she was on social media for thousands of millions to see her on the floor bloody, you know. And I'm not trying to say he doesn't matter because I don't know the situation, but he did it, you know what I mean. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's a time and a place for everything and how you carry yourself, and that is just not it. Now we're talking about venting. It's the media. You want attention, you know. Keep it real. Some things you post, you want somebody to respond because you want to answer, right? So I know sometimes I post things, sometimes I want to answer, I just want to be funny. But like everything you post, you cause for a reaction.
Facts,
You know, so if you post like I'm single, you want some attention. You feel me? If you post a little picture that's a little sexy, you want some attention.
You want some attention.
You know, especially females, keep it real. We post it, we want attention. You know, the nigga acting up.
Now we got everything to share.
We want some attention.
You got to restore order and put things in line. Like, look, don't get it fucked up. Like one of those kind of things.
Definitely.
Yeah. So but I don't know. I'm kind of guilty of it, like in the past, but I think like now, like I'm kind of like cutting back on it, and it's just like I don't really like post too much like outside of like Yatta debates unless it's something like that I'm really into, because like I barely like even like do selfies anymore on my story. Like I'm just like I just make like little quotes and stuff like that. But
we're talking about investing now.
Oh yeah, always. I'm always drilling that message into people's head.
Me personally now, like I'm a selfie queen. I love myself. I grew to love myself. So I post all day. Like if you go through my freaking gallery, it's all me. You know, it's the kids of course, but I post daily in my stories of me. Like I just can't help it. I love myself. But venting wise, I definitely grew out of that. I got myself in a place where I know how to control some things and know how to speak on some things. So, you know, if it's writing or it's just speaking to someone close, I don't do the media at all. I just feel as though it's just allowing people to come into your business and know what's really going on that they can't fix. You know what I mean? So now my social media is definitely based on a lot of business or, business orientated and just empowering and different events that I have come up. Here and there, I probably make a little funny status. But I don't do too much of the,
the back and forth drama.
Yeah. Oh, definitely no drama. I'm 26. Like, I
drama.
I mean, not for nothing. I'm glad that you kind of getting it on at that age, and I applaud you, because again, it still took me like sometimes like when I was still posting sub statuses and shit. I'm just
why? Like I was. Like, who I am now, and the way you probably look at me like that, like, she was never that person. Like, I was crazy.
Yeah.
You hear me? Like, if you look at me now, you're probably like, nah, she don't know how to fight. She was never like that. Nah. Like, I was crazy, okay? Like, I'll pull up to your house and bust your door down. Like, I was different. Like, sometimes I sit back and I just be like, damn, you still alive? Like, you still out here? Like, I was different. Like, somebody say something, I'll jump on them. Like, I was different. Jump on a baby dad, or pull up on a baby dad. Like, I done did it all.
And I mean, and that kind of goes back to your message of, like, now understanding that, taking that opportunity for, like, and instilling that mindset into, like, the younger generation. Like, look, this is not how you do it. This is not the way to go about it. Like, do it this way, and you're going to avoid a lot of shit, and you're going to come out ahead. You know what I mean?
They're going to listen to somebody who they can relate to. They're not going to listen to somebody coming into the school.
Of course not.
They're going to listen to somebody like, I can relate to her. Like, I can relate to her. Like, like.
So, with the organization, having a women organization, it's best to have it when you actually been through the things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But my thing is, because I've experienced, you're not going to instantly get someone that's just going to completely do a 360, especially if they continue to do it all their life. You know what I mean? But that's not even my goal, to make someone immediately just change who they are.
Yeah.
My goal is to really for them to go through life, because they have to learn. So I'm not trying to enforce, like, hey, today, right now, you need to stop smoking, you need to stop doing this, you need to stop doing that. No, I'm going to scare them away. My goal is really, why are you doing it? What's wrong? What's hurting you? What's making you do these things?
And they probably never even
because I know everything I've done was for a reaction. I've done nothing because, it was taught to me. Everything I've done in life was for a reaction. Like I said, pulling up to the baby dad, that was for a reaction. Because you're not giving me the attention I wanted. You know what I mean? Fighting, that was for reaction, because I had to prove to you that I was nothing to play with. You know what I'm trying to say? So those are the different scenarios when I say, younger kids these days are doing everything that they're doing is because they're looking for a reaction. They're looking for help. And they don't know how to tell and project themselves.
Let me ask you, do you think, like, in this generation, do you think it's more of this, like, I don't give a fuck kind of attitude? Because, like, I remember, like, with us growing up, it was just, like, certain shit and certain lines that I knew not to cross, because I knew there was repercussions at home. So, but even, like, seeing, like, some of the kids that I work with today, or like been working with, it's just, like, I see, like, a different attitude. Like, they have a completely different way of acting because they know there's no repercussions at home. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I start seeing that, and it's just like, so when they come into, like, the classroom setting, it's like, we kind of got to set that boundary in order. But, like, one of the issues that I was saying is just like, because it wasn't, like, reinforced at home, he brought that attitude in there. I'm just like, not here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you might do that here, but, like, not in here. Like, you know what I mean? You got to kind of, like, set those. But I see that, like, more and more consistently now,
So you know why? It's because the parents these days are friends. Kids these days is wearing belly shirts. The girls is wearing belly shirts. They got nose rings. They got weave. Don't get me wrong. When I was around that age, probably about, I want to say 16, I really start, like, showing my ass. But I knew not to go in the house with that belly shirt. I knew not to go in the house with that little clip-in weave.
You like, quick, I gotta change.
Okay? Not with that. I had a sweater and them two wallies went back in my head. Okay. So, like I said, it's all about how your parents raised you. Like, my mom didn't play that. Like, I knew not to walk back in that house how I walked outside when she was asleep going to school.
Shit, I was scared to bring a C home. Like, I was going, like, I was going to get screamed on, like.
Listen, no, get your ass wet, okay?
Yo, for real, like. And, like,
I couldn't even go out until I was 17, so I ain't know.
My mom didn't let me. I had my daughter when I was 17 going on to 18, and she still was telling me what I couldn't do. And I'm like, I got a whole baby here. It's time to go. It's time to get out here.
So, my mom was, like, not playing that. 17. When I turned 18, I was like, see you later, Mom.
It's just a generation. It's like, adults these days, they want to party. You know, it's crazy because the grandmoms these days are like living their life, but they're not living their life as grandmom, like taking trips or, you know, investing in things in that
They're
nature.
on the scene, grandma.
They out on the scene at parties we at. You know what I mean? And then you got the moms, they out. And then they working doubles, so your kids just doing anything. They're allowing them to stay the night, come in when you want to. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's really crazy. It's just really time to take back my
kids. I got two daughters. They ain't none of that.
And I try to enforce that. You know what I mean? I try to show my daughters like it's really not what it look like. You know what I mean? Like, I know you see these girls with the long weave. I know you see the girls with the gold big earrings and things like that. But this is not what the generation's supposed to look like. This is not what we doing. We not about to break our cycle because they doing it.
And I mean, like what you doing with these events, you know, they see these things. They see you putting things in place. Like when I was young growing up, like, you know, I saw my parents like organizing plays and going to poetry sessions and doing all these different kind of events. It's just like, so being exposed to that, like, I think it kind of like put me in a position where it's just like I saw like it was possible. Like my dad, like when we used to ride like up down in North Trenton, he was just like, son, I do not want to see you in front of these corner stores. And it's just like hearing that so often, like it put me in a position where it's just like, all right, like I can't put myself there. You know what I mean? Like like because I kind of felt like I was going to let him down. You know what I mean? Like I was going to disappoint him if it was anything other than that. You know what I mean? And like to the point where now like I've really like taken initiative to like develop so many different creative outlets, you know what I mean? And like just being exposed to that and constantly getting that kind of support, it's like when you kind of come from that, it's just like I have like a good support system like behind me, like they've always supported anything that I've done like creatively, you know what I mean? But it's just like I see like that's not always the case in every household, you know what I mean? So it was foreign to me, like when people were saying like, oh, X, Y, and Z, my mom doesn't support this or my family doesn't get behind me on this. Like my entire family, like when we do our Thanksgiving dinner, like we all broadcast our family businesses, whether like they do bakeries or my cousin, she does hair, or Sakina, she's like another baker. My uncle who sells the hats, I don't know if you've seen him, but like coming off Route 1 going to 29.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, like he said, he has like the tents with the hats. Like we all broadcast our businesses, and it's just like having that good support system. But like when I got like into a position like where I saw like it wasn't like that in every household, I'm just like, well, this is foreign to me. Like I didn't understand it. So.
But it's all about, you know, self. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's where it comes, where you have to build up your self-esteem to understand that you can make it. You know what I mean? Because everybody's not going to have a support system. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, even though I have a strong support system, I have different family members or friends that don't have that support. So is that going to stop you on doing what you always wanted to do? It might delay it because you're going to have some days where, like, you're like, damn, I wish somebody told me they was proud of me, or I wish I can tell somebody my accomplishments, but if it's not, it shouldn't stop you. You know, I think a lot of things are excuses these days.
No, nothing, I feel like people, we should not limit ourselves. That's what we do. We limit ourselves, and I said that last week. Like we have to be limitless.
That's because she want to see me back on the runway, and I'm just like,
yeah.
You know, if that's your calling.
It's not. Don't. That's not my calling.
Like that's the next event that I have coming up. It's really based off business owners or, you know, ladies or men that's having an upcoming business, and it's called No Funds But I Have the Tools. So it's basically a marketing seminar, and it's for, like I said, women or men that have businesses, and you're basically marketing yourself, you're marketing your business, because no matter how much money you have, if you don't have the tools, meaning that's the faith, believing in your business, believing in what you have, what you're selling or services you have, you won't make it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care how much money you got. If you don't believe in your business, you won't make it.
Yeah, like you said, it's not about what you have, but it's how you use it. You know, like we built a platform from like a laptop and a Logitech webcam to, like, you know, get into this. So it's all about like really like taking those steps and really, like you said, taking control of the situation.
Believing in your brand, your business, whatever you have.
And you gotta be disciplined. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta want it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Is key.
Like somebody can, like I can say, like we can have the business seminar, and it could be somebody that's saying they want a business and they get a check today. You know, but if they're not mentally ready, that check is gonna be blown on a whole bunch of other shit. You know what I mean? So that's when I say the tools come before the funds. You know what I mean? Like, you could work for the funds. You know what I mean? Like, you go to work, you save, you discipline. You know, if you got good credit, you get loans. But if you're not mentally, you feel me? But if you're not mentally ready to project your business and sell yourself, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I think I've
it's
always...
plenty of times I had money, I'm sure, and I done blew it. I'm serious, I done blew it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I wasn't ready. You know, like now, $1 go up, okay? Everything go up. You see on my dress, I got a change jar. Everything go up because that's how serious I am.
Yeah, same and same here. Like I tell everybody, like I had like this kind of revelation like a year and a half ago, where I was just like I need to kind of change my financial situation. It's just like I need to put myself in a position where my money is like making money, or I'm putting it towards investing in myself. Like that's really important. You know what I mean? Like, because we always say like things like Jordans, they depreciate in value. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's not anything that's going to hold you over for like the long term. It's not anything that you're going to be able to pass down to your kids, and that's going to be one of the biggest things that I like about that we talk about with this millennial generation. It's just like they want to instill these things and create these platforms and businesses and opportunities so that they children can like reap the benefits. That's important because when we do that, we start them with a head start, and they're not worrying about like starting from the very beginning. You know what I mean? Like how we had to. Like they'll be in a position where it's just like this groundwork has already been laid out for me, and all I got to do is continue building on it.
Yeah, you know what it is really? It's really the media, and it's the peers. You know, if you're with somebody, like I say all the time, if you're on, you know, a road to success and to succeed, and you want a great business, you got to change your surroundings. Because if you got somebody that's at the mall all the time, getting their hair done every 2 weeks, which I'm not saying, if you can, you can. Yeah. But if you're really trying to do a business, you can't do that.
Yeah, you're right about that.
You know, that's the last priority. You know, long as my hair gelled down, I smell good, I look good, everything else comes last.
I told somebody, you know right, like this was back in 2017. I was organizing like my own tour and everything, so I was like going over to like these venues, contacting DJs, putting the money up for like flyers, promotions, making sure that everything was in line. In the course and process of doing all of that, like I was eating nothing but like fucking funfetti pancakes and oatmeal for like the entire time.
Listen,
the shit was on like it was like on a discounted sale for like $1.34. I was just like, let me stock up one of these boxes real quick.
If that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. Like everybody got their own, you know, ways of saving. Yeah. You know? Like mine would be like not eating out or like buying shoes and things of that nature. So like I just cut that type of stuff out. Like I do reward myself, you know what I mean? Just because you don't want to get overwhelmed. Yeah. You know, but it's really the peers and it's the media. You know, if you're hanging around somebody, like I said, that's doing those things all the time or daily and always want to go out to the club and to the bar, like, what you doing it for? You're not celebrating nothing.
Yeah, which is like, you know, like, which is, and I made this post on Instagram, and I was just like, before you try to be my friend, be my business partner. You know what I mean? Like, because I want to see, like, what can we accomplish together? Like, I got friends that I hang out with now. Like, I got my core base that if I want to hang out and bullshit, that I can call them and do that. Outside of that, like, what are we going to do? What are we going to accomplish? And I'm one that, like, I get irritated. Like, if we in a position where we're supposed to be working on something and we not working, like, I get irritated. Like, you'll start seeing on my, I'm like, all right, so what we doing? Like, if we sitting there for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and we ain't done nothing yet, I'm just like, all right, I'm about to dip. Like, right. You know what I
mean? That's me. What we here for? What we talking about?
Yeah, like, so, and it's just like, you know, the 17-year-old me, like, yeah, you know, I'll bullshit like all day or whatever, but like now it's just like, no, my time is too valuable. Like, I got.
You grow, you realize that time is money. Every time you sit around, like, my time is money. Like,
facts.
If we, like, you know, we gotta do things, like, we gotta do it. Like, time is money. Otherwise, I could do my own thing on my own time. Like,
right. I go lay in my bed if I'm sitting here. What you talking about?
Yeah, like, right. If I really want to like sit and bullshit, and like I said, if I do want to do those things, I got a core group of friends that I do that with already. You know what I mean?
I can go to the club, spend money, do all that on my own free time.
Yeah.
But free time, you know, like especially if you got a business going on, free time is supposed to be for self. Yeah. You know, it's supposed to be what I'm about to do, get to the next level. What's the different outlet I'm about to take? Who I need to contact to get into this? You know what I mean? Like, I'll probably be at work sitting at my desk and I ain't got nothing to do. I'll randomly, you can ask Shelly, I will text her some shit out the blue. Like, girl, want to get in contact with the mayor? Like, my mind be rolling. Okay? Because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do to get myself to the next level. Yeah. In the quickest time that I can, but on my time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll text people out of nowhere. Like, sometimes I text my sister. I text her out of nowhere. And half the time, she probably don't understand me because so much running through my mind that I'm texting everything in one sentence.
She looking like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Because I'm on go. I'm just like, I'm always on go. Like, I'm always on go. Like I said, I don't smoke or drink. You know, I'm still like a live wire. I still have fun. I'm still excited. But I don't do those things. So I'm not the girl that's about to pull up, sit in the car, smoke. We ain't about to chill at the nigga house, drink bottles. Like, I'm not into none of that. Like, oh, you want to go to a seminar? You want to go to this realtor class?
Yeah.
Or you want to go take the kids to the park? Like, that's the type of girl I am. Like, I grew out all of that. I done ran the streets. Yeah. Okay? Half my life. And it's like, it's corny. Man.
Yeah, at one point, like, you need something new. You was like, the next step, like, I'm trying to take a vacation. Like, I'm trying to go, like, to...
What I just say to you? Yeah. I just said it.
Yeah, like at one point, like, that stuff just stopped exciting you. Like, it don't stimulate you no more. Like, you trying to go see, like, an island. You trying to see Europe or whatever it be.
As you grow, you get a different taste for things. Like, when we were younger, all the stuff that we're saying, we did all that. So it's like, been there, done that. Like, I'm trying to see new, different cities. I'm trying to see what life has to offer me, what the world has to offer me. Like, I'm trying to see life through a different lens. I'm not trying to see the same stuff, the same people. I'm not going to pay $20 to see the same people I see on Facebook every day. Right. I want to go to a different city, experience different foods, like, one of the things on my bucket list right now is to go down to New Orleans. Like, I want to go down to New Orleans, experience that whole thing. Like, not even just Mardi Gras. Just, like, I don't want to go there for the party. I want to go down to New Orleans and just experience New Orleans. Like, go to the plantations. Go everywhere. See, like, the history.
Start singing the Negro spirituals.
Right, yeah.
Like, go really experience different things. Like, when I go to places, I want to go to things like museums, different things to get, like, a different taste of, like, where everybody's mind is at. Like, where everybody's at. Like, when I went to Las Vegas, like, I went out to... I think I went out to one club, that's it. But other than that, I was hitting places, checking things out, like going around, walking around, like just getting my hands into everything, like seeing how people run stuff there. I even got introduced opportunities out there. Like, somebody walked up to me and was like, "Are you a model?" I'm like, "No." And they were like, "Yeah, you should really go into that, do brand ambassadors and stuff like that." I was like, "What?" And I thought he was a scammer, but he wasn't. He was actually somebody from MGM.
It's a lot of that going on these days.
Right.
So it was like crazy to me. Like, once he really like verified who he was, I was like, "Oh, this is like legitimate. Like, let me change up my tone because I'm sitting here talking to you like you're some scammer. You're the real deal." Like, and it was like crazy. Like, I almost turned down opportunities, and that's what that taught me. That trip taught me, like, don't turn down opportunities just because at first, like, I'm apprehensive about a lot of things. Like, I'm very like, hold up, wait, let me see first because I don't want to, jump into anything. But now I'm just like, no, let me just see, because you know what? That's how you miss opportunities. And like, you're like, whoa, I'm not about to do this. I don't know, like,
You gotta be open. But
take risks. I used to fear the unknown. That's why. Like, I used to fear, and I had a lot of self-doubt. Like, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna fail. Now I'm just like, no, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna kill it. Like, that's how I am. Like, I'm telling you, it really starts within yourself. Like, you gotta, like, be confident in yourself. Like, when you're not confident, it shows. When you're not confident in yourself, it really shows. Like, when you have full control of, like, your confidence, how you exude yourself, how you present your energy to people, it's different than when you're not confident. Like, people can really tell when you're not confident.
Hippie.
Nothing bothers you.
You're a hippie.
Like, nothing bothers you. Once you build your confidence and self-esteem up, like, nothing bothers you.
No. A lot of things that will bother you when your confidence is low does not bother you. Like, I went to the women empowerment event. I know not a lot of people are very fond of me out there in life, and I've seen a lot of stuff. People are sending me screenshots of people talking shit about me being at the event. Like, how am I at a women empowerment event? Because I am. That's what I do. I lived through things. I've done things that most people are not proud of. But at the end of the day, I'm still here, moving forward and doing what I got to do. I'm not letting nothing stop me. I'm not letting what nobody got to say about me stop me. At the end of the day, I'm doing this because there's women like me out there who don't have a voice for them. I could be like, you can do whatever you want. You want to be on a podcast? Try it out.
I think that's one thing.
Right. I think a lot of people mess up that they don't understand the real definition of being an influencer or owner of an empowerment organization. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of people think that you have to be rich or big house or nice fancy car, but they don't understand those are the rewards that come with it. You know what I mean? That's not actually the definition of being a woman empowerment or influencer. Those things comes with, being able to speak to other people, a listening ear, being able to continue to advance yourself in life. It does not mean that you're completely everything or you're okay. No. You know what I'm trying to say? So, for instance, me holding this organization does not mean that my life is perfect. And it definitely does not mean that I'm rich or I don't work a 9 to 5. It just means that I have the ability and the strength to continue this organization. You know what I mean? It means that I finally, you know, found myself and I love myself, that I'm able to take on other people's lives. That's really what it means. It has nothing to do with, you know, me being better than anyone, or like I said, having these fancy things. Like, will I have them? Yes, as they come, as a reward. You know what I'm trying to say? So like, even like you saying that you got those whack ass comments. I wanted to be professional with it, but they're whack. You know what I mean?
And it's like, you know what? I'm the type of person, I don't take anything personally. So when I see stuff like that, if it makes me want to do more of this stuff, it makes me want to be more present and, you know, show people like, yes, someone like me can go out and do stuff like that. I go out there, I have my tarot reading business. That's very taboo. I come from a very Christian family, so that's something very taboo for me. So it's like, you know, I still continue to do me, because at the end of the day, you guys aren't going to live my story. This is going to be my story. I'm writing my story. So I'm the author of this, so I get to drive this boat.
Listen, I'm sure people spoke, you know, on my event and spoke on who I am, because a lot of people who attended my event or who still follow me on the media haven't seen me in years, so all they know is the old me. You know what I mean? So honestly, all the bad and the negative just puts me on go. You know, it just makes me go harder, because now the Boss Link Up was one event and now it's a tour, because I'll be in Philly June 27th. You know what I mean? So all you did was just made it go harder. Like, that's it. And now it's going to be bigger, and then we just going to keep leveling up. Like, wherever we go, we go.
I must be extremely fortunate, because like I haven't had to deal with any of those kind of like messages.
I don't think you see any of that stuff. I really do. I think like you have like a filter in your life. Like you live in like this bubble. Like no negative.
It was one situation, right? It was this one situation that I had where somebody couldn't get slotted for an event that we had at when it was at South Rio, and he made a post like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come in there 30 deep, fuck up the whole event, X, Y, and Z, because he couldn't get on the bill or whatever. I'm just like, bro, like I actually extended the invitation to like you were like one of the first invitations that I extended. You bullshitted on the offer, and now you mad that you can't get a slot. You know what I mean? And you making all these demands, and he going. Matter of fact, and remember when Joanne was here, she was like the event organizer. He was just like they had like a phone conversation. Yeah, I sold 300 tickets, this, that, and the fourth. I'm like, yo, if you sold 300 tickets, you don't need to come to my event. Throw your own shit. You know what I mean? Like if you got it like
you
that,
just profit.
Yeah, like at this point. But other than that, like I haven't really like not even through word of mouth where somebody was like saying something like, oh, someone said this. I don't know, maybe.
But that also goes in with the circle.
A lot of things aren't directed though.
Yeah. It's not. It's never directed. It goes with the circle of people. Like I'm not the same person I was a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever. So a lot of things that used to come to me in conversation, if it comes to me now, like I'm so good at filtering it out. Like it's like I used to engage in negative conversations like that. That used to like I used to thrive off stuff like that. Like I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Like I used to thrive off that. Like word, like yeah, listen, like you know I'm getting it.
I literally be like, I don't give a fuck. Yep. That's exactly how I be. Because before I done been like, what's her name? Okay. Hello, what you say? You got a problem? Now I'm just like, I don't care.
It comes with growth, and then also, I see a future in myself in like the things that I do and the people that I'm surrounded by now. I see growth in us. Like I see us being successful people. So This is the people I want to be around. I don't want to be around people that want to always just engage in negative stuff, drama and things like that. That's getting me nowhere. Like I could talk about that stuff mindlessly. Like I don't even watch reality TV no more. Like I really like when I tell you like it really just like switched for me. Like I was like I need to surround myself with things that are productive for me. Reality TV like drama, gossiping, that's not productive.
I don't watch TV at all.
Yeah, I don't watch TV at all either. Like if anything, if I'm watching something, now it's Netflix and it's controlled. Like it's like a Netflix thing that has to do with something that I can talk about, promote, like you know, something different for me. Like
those reality
is more
shows,
fundamental for me.
Like no offense to people who do watch them, but those reality shows, like they make me sick. Yeah. Like I hate it.
And I used to be poor because, you know, when I was living in that moment, living in the drama, like I wanted to be surrounded by drama.
I think the last one I watched was like I Love New York too.
Boy, he was alive.
I mean, because me growing up, like I was never really like into it heavily, but like I saw like Flavor of Love, and then I watched I Love New York, and then the one with the rock star, Rock of Love or something like that with him. I watched all three of those, but like outside of that, like I sat down, like when I was in college, I watched like the Jersey Shore Marathon, but I never really kept up with it like consistently. It was just never something that like I was like personally into.
And I can only speak personally for myself. Like I used to be the person that used to keep up with stuff like that. Like I felt like I was heavily into that stuff. So when I started getting away from it, I'm like, wow, none of this really has no meaning to me. This is not productive to me. I'm not gonna go and walk into the bar and be, some reality TV star. Like, I'm not doing that. So why am I watching this? This is not something I want to surround myself with. I don't want to talk about stuff. I want to talk about people because I'm not in a place where I can talk about nobody. Like, I personally, for me, I'm not where I want to be at. So I'm not going to talk about somebody else. Like, oh, you're not here. Like, why? Why throw stones when I live in a glass house myself? So I just mind my business. That's it. Like, that's the best thing I can do. I'm not better than nobody, but I'm good. I'm straight over here.
You know what always worked for me with those kind of people? Delete and block.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's crazy? I don't even have those people on my phone. They come.
But sometimes you don't even know who they are. But that's why, they block themselves because I just keep talking. Keep being positive.
I'd be like, who said what? Hold on real quick. Yeah, scroll down.
Exactly. Get them out of here. You don't need them. But like I said, the way I'm moving, the way you're moving, you can't even involve yourself in it. You know what I mean? Because how can you be, a part of an organization and you arguing or you're talking bad on people?
Everything for a reaction. Those people do that for a reaction.
I know I can't, you know what I mean? Because I stand on different things. Like within having that organization as well as having a non-medical home care agency, I'm taking care of people's lives. So, I can't be out here projecting myself in that manner.
Again, like you said,
people gotta trust me.
Especially with having an organization, because that you're a reflection of that.
Definitely.
And you always want to see, like, even if you have like personal stuff going on, you always want to present your best self
at all times. Everywhere I go, like people always say, "Girl, you only go into the store. Why is you dressed? Why is you getting dressed? Why is you
never know?" Like,
listen, I never know who I'm gonna run to. I don't know if I'm gonna meet a client at the grocery store. Somebody that need help with their bags, somebody give them my card. I need to be presentable at all times because at all times I'm going to project myself as a business owner.
Y'all better than me, man. I'll walk out. I'm just.
It's kind of different for guys. Not saying that you shouldn't, be presentable as you can, because I know some days we have our days, but
sweatpants,
right,
white tee.
And then again, like I said, it depends what you do.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? Now, if you are into that marketing field or in that business aspect, as an office setting and things like that, you got to carry yourself like that. But if you do have like, if you're a rapper or in those natures, then some ways, you ain't gonna see a rapper with a suit and tie all day. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's all how you project yourself.
I might be the one to start that trend.
Carry yourself. And listen.
I'm like.
Maybe that's the right thing your way.
Listen, follow your heart.
Yep.
But we're coming to conclusion. Like, do you have any events coming up soon that you want to let the people know about?
So I have one event that's coming up. It's called No Funds, But I Have the Tools, which is April 18th.
April 18th?
The location is private because of the limited seating that I have.
Okay.
So
y'all really got to be in tune for this one. So make sure y'all...
just check out. I usually share them on my wall as well. I tag Janan in every post.
So soon, I want to say probably about a month or two, I will have my website back up. And you'll be able to, tune in my events. You'll be able to contact me and things of that nature. I'm actually working on an app, which is going to be an inspirational app, and it's for women or men to download, and each person that downloads, a percentage is going to go to a mental health organization. So the app is basically going to be named after my women organization, and I'll load daily different quotes, for everyone to just read or comment or be able to send secret messages and things of that nature, because I'm not really in a place in life where I can have like a 24-hour hotline, but I am in a place where I can just like tune into different comments or messages, and you want to be anonymous, that's cool.
If you need somebody to live stream your event, please let me know. Yes. I'll come through and I'll live stream your event for you if need be. So
we're going to work.
With the pictures.
So yeah, I mean, with that, so everybody can stay up to date. If you want to like provide all your social media, please do, so we can stay up to date. I'm going to follow you, of course, after this.
So my Facebook is Janan J, and my Instagram is The Girls Room.
Okay.
And my number is public. You can contact me as well.
Be careful with that. You don't.
Yeah, I hang up. I done credit and collections and marketing about 4 years now, so I'm good with hanging up on people.
I got you.
Okay. But now you scared me. I ain't put my number up now. So
get you a Google. I want you to get you a Google number.
So I have a Google and a GoDaddy, because within my home care agency, they call me through a 1-800 number. I pay monthly for it, so they contact me through that. But nah, y'all ain't getting the number. Hit my social media now.
But as always, this has been an episode of Yatta Debates with Janan. So I'm so happy to have you on here, and come up here and talk about your organization.
I'm excited.
This was a great show.
A great one. So, and we are
go?
Yep.
All right.